Hello all. Today I am in Hythe. I picked up yesterday in somewhere around Gloucester way. Had to be dropped this morning. Long job. It's kind of got me my day's money from first thing, which is kind of lucky because not a lot comes out of Hythe. But look at that. That's beautiful. That's lovely. I'm sitting here. I'm allowed to sit here. I'm on my break for half an hour. I'm going to have a look, see if there's anything there. I might even have a walk on the beach. Have a paddle in my boots. And then I'll find something. Anyway, this one for Shadi Asaf. And he says, and it might sound on the face of it like a daft question, but there are no daft questions. He says, how do you know when a job's been accepted? And a few people did write in the comments, have you survived so long without knowing that? But it's not quite as straightforward as that. Theoretically, I'll stop. Well, if you're going to put a quote in, and you quote for as many as you possibly can. So it's like scattergunning. Don't just quote one because you might not get it and you might be hanging out. It might not even exist. So quote as many as you can. And then what they should do, if it says e-quotes only, e-quote it, unless you really want it. I have a tendency to ring them up and go, I know it says e-quotes only, please don't scream at me, but I'm the right man for the job. I'll do this for this. If it says telephone, you ring them. And then if you ring them, and the easiest way is if you ring them and they go, right, you say, I want to do that job. I'll do that job for £100. And he goes, that's lovely. What's your CX number? I'll send it through to you now. Then you know you got the job. If they ring them and they turn around and they go, right, as they often do, I'll see if you're successful. Then you're either waiting for a telephone call back to say, hi, you rung about a job. Are you still available? At which point you say yes. If you are still available and they go, fine, I'll send it over to you now. You've got the job. Sometimes they don't ring. Sometimes they just send it through. And this is also with the e-quotes. If you e-quote it, you hopefully will get a phone call saying, you quoted on a job from us going from here to here. Are you still available? And you'll say yes or no. And if you say yes, we'll send it through. You know, you've got the job. The ones you've got to watch out for, and this is how this happens, sometimes they don't ring. Sometimes you ring them and quote on a job, and then in the bookings, the job will appear. Now, if you've got it set up on the banners, on the settings, it will come up from, allocated, job has come through, and you go, oh, right, I've got a job. And then if you want it, go to the bookings. Sometimes you have to accept it. Sometimes you don't accept it. You just click on my way to pick up, and you're on the job. The same with if you haven't e-quoted it, but you've rung them, and they'll go, I'll get straight back to you, and they just send it through. They shouldn't really do that. It's not good practice. They really should ring first, but a lot of the times they'll just send it through, in which case you accept it. If, for example, you quoted on a few jobs, you're on another job because something's happened in the meantime, and then the job just gets sent through, what you want to do is, as quickly as possible, ring them up and go, right, you just sent a job through to me. I'm ever so sorry, but I'm not available for that job anymore because in the time that it's taken you to consider my quote and, to accept my job, I've accepted another job and I'm on that other job now. In which case, they really have got to turn around and go, okay, fine, I'll cancel that. I have had people in the past, very rarely, get a bit ratty about this, but again, that's their fault, not yours. So that's not good practice. But long and short of it is, if you e-quote it, you hopefully will get a phone call saying you've got the job. If not, if it just appears in the bookings, if you want it, click accept or click on my way to pick up. If you telephone quote it, again, hopefully you'll get a telephone quote saying you got the job. If not, if it comes in the bookings, once again, if you want it, click accept or click on my way to pick up. If you can't do it for any reason, keep your eyes on the bookings. And the other thing to do to try and get around this is, obviously, you might be quoting for 4 or 5 jobs. Once you've got a job, go into my quotes, cancel all the other quotes. I've even known people resurrect quotes where I've cancelled a quote and then the job's come through and then I've rung them up and gone, I'm ever so sorry, but I've cancelled that quote. I can't do that job anymore. I'm on another job. So that's how you know how you get a job on a CX. So I say it's not a daft question. It's more to it than meets the eye. In the meantime, so quiet. It's lovely. I'm going to sit here for a little minute longer. Then I'm going to take care, take money.